What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stage of your life. Family, man, we have to grow up emotionally, and it is what it is. I want to start a new series, and it's going to be an interesting series. Stay with me. Introduction to tarot. And a lot of people are going to have problems with it, and it is what it is. That's a reflection of your ignorance. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a reflection of what you don't know, what you don't understand. And oftentimes what we don't know, what we don't understand, we demonize it. We minimize it. We say all kind of stupid stuff about it because we really don't have an understanding of it. Years ago, I was in LA. I lived in California, and I was driving to LA. And for some reason, I'm just driving. I'm on the road with my kids, and just having a heart-to-heart conversation with God. And God told me to put GPS in to get to LA. And I'm like, God, I don't need GPS to get to LA, man. I made this drive hundreds of times, thousands of times. I know how to get to LA. I don't need directions of how to get to LA. And I heard the voice again, put your GPS on so that you could get to LA. And I'm like, God, I don't understand this. I know this road. I know how to get to LA. I'm not new to this. Yeah, I didn't put my GPS on. Driving, hit some traffic, standstill traffic, stuck in traffic. From where God told me to put my GPS on, and I didn't. Went about 10, 15 miles up the road, stopped, dead traffic. There was a car accident with a big truck, big rig. Big rigs was flipped over, blocking the entire freaking freeway. No access. You can't go around it. You're just stuck. Me and my kids, and everybody else that didn't have their GPS on, was stuck there for over 7 hours. Over 7 hours we were stuck on the road. Everybody had their cars off, their vehicles off. Everybody's just outside on the freaking free, because you can't go nowhere. You stuck. And so we just like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? There's no bathrooms around. No, we're just stuck. And I'm bringing that up because had I listened to God and put my GPS on, I could have made a detour and went around all this bullshit. I could have skipped all of this suffering. I could have skipped this stupid shit. Had I listened to my intuition, had I listened to God. Talking about introduction to tarot. GPS is just a guidance. It shows you how to get somewhere. It shows you what the traffic is going to be like. It shows you alternate routes, faster routes. It shows you whether there are cops ahead or whatever the case may be. That's what your GPS is for. It gives you guidance. It makes you aware of things that you would not otherwise know. You could not know ahead that there were cops up there. You could not know ahead that there were speed cameras up there. You could not know ahead that there's a car accident or that there's a slowdown 5 miles ahead or 2 miles ahead. You couldn't know this stuff without the GPS guiding you and informing you. We quick to turn on and get our phones in. We'll look at the 7-day weather forecast. And we'll look at this forecast and we'll make our plans based on the forecast. Oh, it's going to be raining. Oh, tomorrow, Okay, I'll make plans, understanding that it's going to be rain. Before I leave the house, I look at my weather forecast. Okay, is this type of weather outside? Okay, I know whether I should grab me a jacket, a sweater, bundle up, or whatever the case may be. Why? Because I'm looking at the forecast. I'm looking at the predictions. And so many people talk about the Bible is all you need. It's basic instruction before leaving Earth. Okay, to each their own. But you need a whole lot more than just that Bible. I promise you that. I've been there, done that. Was an ordained preacher in the church. I'm telling you what I know. You need a lot more than just the Bible. God help me. Tarot. It's just another method, another tool to help you understand who you are, what's going on with you, and the path that you're on. Just like your GPS system. It's just a guidance. Hey, this is where you're at. This is what you got going on up ahead of you. Do what you want. But we're giving you a bird's eye view of what's going on in your life. We're giving you a bird's eye view of what you can expect. That's all tarot does. Tarot is not fate. Tarot says, hey, it is what it is. This is what's going on. This is what's been going on in your past. This is what's going on in your present. And this is what your future is looking like. You got options. You always have options. But the great majority of us don't realize we have options. Not when it comes to life. And so, tarot says, this is where you've been. This is what you've gone through. This is where you're at right now. And this is the path that you're going to be on. This is what you have to look forward to. It doesn't mean that what you have to look forward to is going to happen. You could change that. You could get on a different path. You could detour. You could go around that foolishness. You have options. It's the GPS system. That's what tarot is. And so over the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at tarot and breaking down tarot. The cards. You know, they say that a picture's worth 1,000 words. And so all the cards are just pictures. But they're deeper than just pictures. If a picture says 1,000 words, what do you think the tarot cards say? They say 1,000 words. And the crazy thing about tarot is it helps you get in alignment with God's source universe, because you have to start learning to trust your intuition. You have to learn to trust your gut instincts. Go back to me driving to LA. My ego, I know how to get here. I don't need no fucking help driving to LA. I'm a grown ass man. I got kids. I do this. I've done this. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Ego. Logic. I got this. GPS says, we know you're grown, but this is what's going on that you're not aware of. Tarot says, we're just here to help you. We're just here to give you your options. We're just here to let you see what it is. Do with it what you will. You can ignore it if you want to and keep going down the same path if you want to. And you're going to crash and burn. You're going to have a tower moment where your whole world is flipped upside down. You could demonize this and say whatever the fuck you want to say until you say, don't do what you do. That's your option. Or you could tune in to see what's going on. And you still have options. You still have the options of, okay, yeah, this is what you're saying. This is what the cards are saying. Okay, cool. I'm not doing that shit. I'm going to keep doing what the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? Or you be like, I've been doing this and it's been fucking up. You know what I mean? I've been doing this same stupid ass shit and these are the same toxic ass results I've been getting. I might need to change. I might need a new perspective. I might need to go a different way. I might need to do something different. Because obviously what I've been doing ain't been working for me. I might need to look at this. I might need to take a deeper look at this. I didn't realize that all these things were affecting me. And so, we're going to be diving deep into the tarot. Understanding the tarot cards. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to dive into all 78 cards. But we're definitely going to, tarot's broken down into major cards, minor cards. We call them minor arcana, major arcanas. The minor arcanas are broken down into 4 groups. And we're going to look at all of that and talk about how all of that applies to every one of us. Regardless of your race, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your age, regardless of your gender, regardless of your belief system, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Catholic, Episcopalian, Baptist, Buddhist, none of that shit matters because every single one of us fall within the realm, the tarot cards. And it's a trip because I love psychology. I love psychology. I'm a student of Carl Jung. I've studied Carl Jung in depth. And so when you look at tarot cards and you look at psychology, they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And so, stay with us as we dive into understanding tarot. What tarot can teach us about ourselves. Again, this is a spiritual boot camp platform. This is about understanding who the fuck we are. Why we keep doing the same stupid ass shit over and over and over. Why we don't like ourselves. Why we don't believe in ourselves. And all the other crazy toxic shit we do. Tarot is just another tool to give us a greater understanding of who we are, of why we keep doing whatever it is we do, of why our life does not ever seem to change. We keep repeating the same toxic fucking patterns over and over and over and over again. Tarot helps us understand that. And the trip is, when you really understand psychology, when you really understand who you are and you understand life, you don't need the tarot cards. Tarot cards just gives you the idea, it's a picture to help the person who's asking the questions, man, what the fuck is going on in my life? It just gives them a picture. Something that they can relate to. Something that they can see, something they can touch. To make sense of where they're at on their journey. Man. Stay with us as we dive deep into understanding tarot cards. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys being on this journey with me. Happy healing. Peace.